Welcome back. We are with Eden Holt of Queen City, Sertoma. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for letting me be here.
We're happy to have you, yes.
So the Skirmish Scavenger Hunt is coming up.
It is.
Tell us what that is.
Yeah, so basically the scavenger hunt it's based on historical facts and landmarks within Springfield.
Okay.
So we encourage people to brush up on their history, their knowledge of Springfield. The skirmish is just a battle. So a battle of teams, which are teams of 2 to 4 people.
Okay.
And they get to drive around town and locate each stop. Of course, I'm not going to tell you where they are. But they will use an app. On their phone, they'll download an app called Clue Keeper, and they will plug in different, pieces. They'll have clues that'll come through, and they have to solve the problem, solve the riddle.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I know this is something that you guys have done in the past.
Yes.
So my question is, do the locations or the historical facts of it change every year?
They do, yes.
Okay.
We did that intentionally so that people weren't joining just to cheat. Yes, yeah. So again, I'm not going to reveal what the theme is, but
so can you tell us maybe some what's a fact from last year or something? Give us an example.
Last year was actually based on so we support Boys and Girls Clubs of Springfield, and so they were different stops throughout the city, pertaining to Boys and Girls Club units.
Cool.
Okay, so it's a theme, and you stick with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do people come up with their teams? And you just pick some people?
Yeah, so it has to be anyone over 18, specifically as a driver, of course, valid driver's license and insurance, and they have they'll have different ranks. So we have major and captain and corporal, and what's the other one? Sergeant. And basically, the driver is the one that's driving around town, and then you'll need a navigator, someone that can kind of tell you where to go, and then people to help you figure out the clues.
So the clues are kind of you have to figure that out to know where to go next?
Yes.
So it's like an Amazing Race, just
honestly,
like that.
Just
similar, but we can't use that.
Yes, yeah. Now, you were telling us in the break, there's kind of like a passport involved with this. So explain that a little bit.
So each team will get a little passport, and inside will be places that will get stamped at each stop, and they will have to figure out, where their next place is. But it'll be kind of like a keepsake for their memento. Yeah.
That sounds like so much fun. So when is it happening?
Saturday.
This Saturday.
Yes, Saturday the 22nd. Starting location is at Marty's on South Campbell.
Okay.
And teams of 2 to 4, it's $125 per team. All of that money goes back to Queen City. We use that to support local children's charities. Like I said, last year we supported Boys and Girls Club, Ozarks Food Harvest, Rare Breed, and Diaper Bank of the Ozarks. And so once we get all of that put together, then we'll decide where that needs to go.
Okay, so this brings me back to Sertoma in general.
Yes.
Can you just give us a brief overview? I mean, obviously you just said different charities, but how all do you do that?
So Sertoma is actually a service organization. It's a national organization with many clubs throughout the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. We focus, the national mission is focused on hearing health mission. However, our local charities, so there's several of them. Queen City Sertoma is a women's club, and then we have Springfield Sertoma, and then also Heart of the Ozarks Sertoma.
Okay.
So there's several elsewhere throughout the community. We raise money for children's charities, through fundraising events. You might have heard of the Chili Cook-Off.
Yeah.
We love it.
Palooza.
Yes.
We, as Queen City Sertoma, used to have the Cajun Cook-Off. And so we have currently substituted that with the skirmish. So this is a way to really get the community involved.
Lots
and
of
I
great
love that. You
events.
make it so fun while helping people.
Yes.
So give us your information one more time.
Yes, so it is the skirmish. It's a scavenger hunt. We are starting at Marty's on South Campbell. Arrive. We still have spaces available, so if anyone would like to register the morning of, they are welcome to arrive at 9 o'clock. But it starts at 10, from 10 to 2. And actually, the weather is supposed to be kind of nice.
Yeah.
We were a little worried at first that it was going to be a little too cold.
Give us your website.
It is www.queencitysertoma.org.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. We always appreciate it.
This is so fun.
It is fun.